I just realised the screen wasn't showing the game. Oops, sorry for that. You haven't really missed too much. I've just got into the one room that I couldn't get into before using one of these pills, and got a couple of phone calls from the guy. Limber up. Every morning, no excuses. The life expectancy of a radio man was 5 seconds. Always defy the odds. The life expectancy of a radio man was 5 seconds. What? That doesn't make sense. I thought I saw movement over there.
No power.
That doesn't look good. Everyone's crashing. False nut job, war is hell. All my friends are dead. Not delusional, liar, flashing back. Death in an instant. Never forget. Definitely not friendly. So goes from there, need to follow it around, goes into here to this box.
Looks remote controlled.
Maybe I can't do this just yet.
It's deactivated.
Maybe whatever is in the tape, whatever new technique I learn here. There's nothing else I could do here, is there? No.
something, you ignore me. But when a disheveled maniac like Lucas gives you false hope, you obey him without question? At this point, it's hard not to take it as an insult. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's only me.
Lucas could be your ticket out of here. You have to contact him.
I'll find a way.
Whatever you see when you're there, don't let it hinder you. Keep going.
I'll keep going. Right until the game's done.
Don't be gone too long.
I'll try not to be gone too long.
Nice place you got here. Cozy. And this table? Is it mahogany or oak?
I actually have no idea. Alright, Mr. Cole. Why don't you sit down so we can start with the basics? Have you ever had therapy or counseling before?
Straight to the point, huh, Doc? Sorry, You're not the first therapist I've met with, but I sometimes find it difficult to open up. Past therapy sessions were very productive.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm not a super social guy, so you're the first person I've spoken more than a sentence with since I moved here. About a month ago?
In that case, welcome to Milton Haven.
Thanks. Since I'm on the road so much, I tend to keep to myself, but sometimes I feel like paying people to talk to me. I just got a little cabin just outside of town. It's a nice upgrade from living in a van crammed with gear.
So, what brings you here?
That's a good question. I need help staying sane. You see, how this usually goes is that I tell you, the therapist, a story from my time in the armed forces of horrifying experiments, government conspiracies, and cover-ups. Then at some point, you're gonna give me the look.
The look?
The look you're giving me right now. The look that says I'm talking to a lunatic.
Lunatic? No. But I am a bit puzzled. I would very much like to hear your story.
All right, I'll tell it to you, but I've been made to doubt myself for years, so I hope you'll take it seriously. Take me seriously, and don't give me that look neither. Just let me do the talking for a bit, okay?
Fair enough. To get to understand the patient, you've got to listen. Even if that patient is paying you to talk to them. Establish radio contact.
You won't listen to me? Fine. Then I suggest you pay close attention to what he has to say. It's the last bedtime story you'll ever hear. Rainbow out.
Department of Agriculture, Elysium State Park, temporary closure due to safety hazard. Prohibitions. The following acts are prohibited within the restricted area. 1. Going into or being upon restricted area. Restricted area. The restricted area comprises all lands and roads belonging to or associated with the decommissioned U.S. Army installation Fort Sumter, including the old bunker. Exemptions. The following persons are exempt from this order. 1. Any federal officer or designated Mayor Pharmaceuticals employees carrying the proper permits. 2. Dr. Desmond Wales. So we're allowed to enter the place. And why would Mayor Pharmaceuticals employees be allowed to? Purpose. The purpose of the order is to provide you with the most spectacular death possible. What? Second only to the heat death of the universe, you'll be gone in a flash. Okay. I have no idea if I'm even going the right way. Trees are falling. Not the best sign. What is that? They look like enemies. Yep. 2 different types of enemies. Purple and green. Did they not drop anything? Any of them? One of them dropped some bullets. But that was it. Figure out a way to enter Lucas's cabin. Note to self, check the compatibility of the backup generator rig with my radio beacon technology. If it works, it should enable me to turn on the generator from inside the cabin. Why is my nose so itchy? This has to be my way in. No? Here it is. Next objective. You're not giving me another objective? Establish radio contact. Diary entry 505. Made contact with a scientist working on Agent Rainbow. She told me she could give me documents that'll blow the lid off of all of this entire experiment. I'm supposed to meet with her soon. Finally, I'm going to get some answers and a chance at vindication. There we go. Now I have access from the through. Oh, it got through the door. This is the exact cabin that I had entered to get the tape. This is the white door that I went into. And the box was down here. One of the boxes.
It's blocked from the other side. No power. I should look into the wiring.
Note to self. This metallic foil is a happy accident. While I don't want anything to block my device's signal, it may help hide the frequency from being detected by undesirable forces. Further testing is in order. For now I can at least sleep with less interference in the air. Log entry 465. Finally, some progress. I found a half-burnt memo that mentioned an actual chemical agent tested in the 60s. It said, "Why fight the enemy when you can scare it into submission?" But also said that it proved to be too effective, so they shut it down. I guess they decided to bring it out of retirement.
Nothing.
That one had dial tone.
Looks like some sort of radio device.
Sure does. So this room isn't in the radio device. Looks custom made. No idea how it works.
Looks custom made. Let's see what it can do.
Personal transmitter and system detector. Update log. Version 1. Nearby radio signals automatically detected and displayed in the monitor now show frequency alignment when positioned correctly. Version 1.1 added a red action button for convenience sake. Now all I have to do is press it when the device is properly positioned and aimed at a desired signal and or source, and I can interact with them. Version 1.2. Waves on monitor now align themselves with emitter frequencies in close proximity. It'll light up. Version 2. After installing the new mobile antenna, the device now picks up frequencies from certain stars. Need to explore further. Bug report. Certain metal foils have been found to block reception transmission, picking up strange voices in random patterns. Snake program still crashes device. I don't know what button it's saying for sync with frequency. Ever since I listened to the position of a radio man who survived an encounter with Agent Rainbow in the late 60s, I knew there had to be a connection between radio waves and the way the chemical affects the brain. It's a little known fact that the brain emits electromagnetic radiation, brainwaves, just like a radio does. The difference in frequency is so great, however, that the two never interfere with each other. But with Agent Rainbow, that's no longer the case. In order to understand how Agent Rainbow works, one must not only understand the brain's chemistry, but its mental processes as well. Consider the Jungian, however it's said, concept of the shadow. In simple terms, the dark part of our personality. Very undesirable aspect of ourselves we push down and repress. Agent Rainbow brings it all to the surface and gives it form. Facing something like that is such a sudden way is a truly horrifying experience, leading to accelerated mental degradation followed often by death. Damn. Wow, but oh, I think he's firing through that window. So there is a signal in here. Whoa, I'm getting a lot of frames at the moment.
It's powered. It has power.
Is that all I need to do in here? Still, establish radio contact. Why is my nose so itchy? I'm not sure why I've got so much frames as well. Use a radio when hearing a signal.
There's only so much I can carry.
Hey! Oh. This doesn't look too good. Are these to signify over all the soldiers that died?